Wow, that was really quick. Waffle. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that today. All right, not in the mood for putting up with that. It's already been a rule. It's gonna be even more of a rule now. I'm not messing around, you guys. If you guys also are pre-existing viewers, I'm literally just gonna take you out for the entire day, first instance, because you guys should know by now. How's your day? It's all right. I've been trying to work on a second channel that I've been working on in the background. Trying to finish the graphic design for my channel on that one. So, slowly doing that. But overall, been decent. I was warming up a little bit early today. Games went fine. Another gaming? No, it's actually not gaming. I'm keeping it under wraps because I kind of want to keep it a secret. I wanted to see how fast, because I have like a couple thousand followers on Twitter, obviously a lot on Twitch and YouTube. I want to see how much I can grow this channel without anyone even knowing about it. And then over time, if I can show that I can do that, I'll tell everyone else about it and just be like, hey. Do you play Fortnite? No. I'm actually having a couple friends who are down to play with me, and I'm trying to plan around their schedule. I'm going away this weekend for a trip, so I'm gonna see if they can play sometime early next week, and that'll be like a nice thing. Line up little commentary, because that's always been a rule, Rexy, and if you break it, I will ban you. That's just a warning right now. Now, I'm not just gonna time you out, I will literally ban you. Like, I do not want anyone arguing this stream. I don't want anyone coming in with anything that they shouldn't be saying, or I've already told people I don't like, so I'm just being extra clear. So if anyone gets timed out, they don't get to complain because it's literally pinned. All right. On top of the fact that we're done. All right. The election's done. We're done. No need to talk about it anymore. Hey, Sharif. Oof, do not feel clean on the Dominus right now. That's a little off right now. See, this is a problem. I warmed up, went to the restroom, and then was kind of tired, and took a nap, and now I cooled down, so I should have just kept playing. I was doing so well earlier. How are you? I'm doing alright. Just trying to get back into the rhythm of streaming. Like ban. If you say anything in this chat like that, Rexy, I'm getting timed out. I don't know why you're questioning it, because we're not doing this. Don't ban me. Then don't say anything worth being banned for. Literally just abide by the pinned comment and don't be a massive jerk in the chat. That's it. I'm just wondering, sorry. No, you know, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, if I say, the pinned is pretty clear, okay? That's all it is. That's all I'm saying, chat. That's all I'm saying. Also, am I banned or something? What the heck? Okay, for a second, I thought did it cancel my Q or did I press Q too fast? Was this game? This is Rocket League. It is soccer with cars. Just the goat at it? Yeah, I'm definitely not the goat, but we have days where I'm occasionally pretty good. I missed the clip of my life yesterday on stream. I was pretty angry. That's going to be in a short probably tomorrow. Those are some of my favorite shorts, is just me missing cool goals. Because it shows the skill that I have, but also just the lack of ice to actually finish it, you know? Oh, I just realized my chat app is not open. Hey, Cal, by the way. Sorry. I didn't have my chat up open, so I didn't see you at first. Oh no! I was not ready for the kickoff. Missed the end of the season. Do you get SL last season? I did not. We got it this season. We still have to finish out our SSL rewards, though. Yeah, it turns out playing offline is still much easier than playing on stream. How's day been? I found out we got saved real hard. If you guys remember at the end of last stream, I was like, man, I really want ice cream. Someone brought up mint chocolate chip or whatever. And I went to the corner store and they didn't have mint chocolate chip, but they had a Klondike bar that was mint chocolate chip. And I was like, oh, that's clutch. That's clutch out of nowhere. That Klondike just happens to have the alternate flavor. It was that and Reese's, which is kind of cool. Oof, bad touch. Nice. I guess Rexy's gonna be gone in 10 minutes. I didn't see what they typed, but. Oof, a little too far away. Sorry, teammate. Didn't realize you would be chilling in the midfield. Ooh. If you had the choice to be on an esports team, which would you go with? That's a good one. I've heard very good things about the culture of Gen G. Like, all the people who work there seem to really enjoy their jobs, so I feel like I'd go for that. Might happen a lot tonight. Well, that's exactly why I have the warning. Because it's fair if people come into the stream for the first time and they don't know the rules, but if it's literally pinned at the top of the chat, like, they see it. It's part of the reason why I did it this time. Get my second plat tourney win, nice. I think you just need one more and you get the colored tag. Oh, I should have jumped earlier. Oh, Sky, what a turn by you. That's okay, I was actually waiting for the exact moment that guy even remotely missed that ball. I thought he would take a little longer to react. Color tag, yeah, if you win a certain rank tournament in the tournaments mode, you get a tag. But if you win 3 in one season, you get a colored tag. For SSL, for example, you get a white tag for a tournament win, and you get a pink tag if you win 3 SSL tournaments in one season. Yeah, that's why people should grind for tournaments. It's like a very unique tag. Not many people get it. Was it for champ? I'm actually not sure. Anyways, champ, you tell me. Anything interesting you heard recently about Roster Mania? Aqua, Eris, and JNaps are gonna team together for this season. I just heard that today. That was kind of cool. Very high risk, high reward team, but I like the structure of it. I think it's promising, so long as Aqua actually wants to play the game. He's kind of like in this weird in-between of motivation, I feel like. That's kind of always been his issue. Very good at the game, but not the best motivation to play the game. Same with Eris, technically, but Eris kind of cleaned it up recently with Moist. What? Wait a minute. Bro just stood there and took it. He turned away. Okay, that's why. Goodwill hunting sounds so good. I love Goodwill hunting. It's Chaco. Hello, Goosey. Sky already asked that, and I literally answered it right as you asked the first time. We did not end up hitting SSL last season because we were goofing around too much. This one we have. We just need a couple more wins, then we got our SSL awards. My Wi-Fi's out because I can only free play. So are you just watching this video on data? Brave man. Oh. Oh, I don't like how these randoms actually combined like that. That's kind of cringe. Roan going to the sideline on that makes me question whether he or not he has anything going on between his ears. How you doing? Could be doing better, Goosey. But overall, we are alive on this planet. Oh. And we are playing video games. Could be worse. Oh. Might invite Phil after that one. Because that was pain. I think we learned our lesson yesterday, chat. Seems said about something. All right, Mr. Wobble, that is about as close as I get to what it is, so I'll see you tomorrow. Any implication at all about something political will be timed out, chat. I don't think you realize I'm not fucking around this stream, all right? Jesus Christ. You guys just can't help yourselves. My God. Keeps upset you haven't donated. I'm never upset with anyone if they haven't donated. If people choose to donate, that's great. My God, so many people just want to do little hints, little cheeky bits. I will 100% time you out for the whole day if you do that. My gosh. Ugh, people. How much about RL Collegiate? Will there ever be a feeder series? No, because a lot of the pros who play in CRL are not graduated, you know? I don't believe a lot of people say Collegiate is like the training ground for RLCS. I think that's the wrong way to think about it. We don't need to emulate real life in that regard. I think the thing we should think about it is like, hey, go for RLCS, but in the meantime, before you're consistent enough to actually make RLCS, you should get a degree. Like, or for all the pros that are like, hey, for all the people who keep making RLCS, but you're not making like, you know, hundreds of thousands every like, throughout your entire career, you should be preparing for life after Rocket League. You should go to college. And while you're there and you're still good at Rocket League, you should play Collegiate. That's the way I think we should think about Collegiate. We should not be thinking about it as like, oh, it's a path to pro. Because honestly, the best players in Collegiate are already like the players who are most viable to go pro anyway. And if they are good enough at right now, they're probably already pro. Oh boy. Oh boy. I missed! Really nice save. Yeah, like, I understand a lot of people's idea of like Collegiate should go into pro, but it's like, the thing is if the best pros in Rocket League were all in their like mid-20s, I think that would make a lot more sense, you know? But like, we've already shown that like, you can go pro at 15. Heck, you can technically be like Skittles and be almost pro level at 13 at this point. So it's not really like in your best interest to just treat it like, oh, we need to train up all Collegiate players to go pro. Because ultimately, if they're getting a degree, they have other options at the table. The biggest concern for me is like pros, it should be honestly in reverse. Like all these kids who are playing in RLCS or playing for RLCS, a lot of them will not make it pro. And if they do, they won't make enough money to retire on that, you know? Like some of these pros like are setting up a good infrastructure. Like Appjack is someone who I don't anticipate ever needing to work too much more if he keeps making the contracts he is and also making the content he is. He can really farm money for quite some time and save up. And if he invests it well, he could definitely retire and like, you know, keeps that up across like the next like decade or so, which many streamers do continue on, you know. But yeah, a lot of other pros are not going to have that. And I think those are prime candidates for seeking out scholarships. As the ELO, it's all right. We're gonna switch to the Fenk after this though. I was playing with the Dominus earlier and it was feeling real spicy, but I cooled down and now my hands feel like they're made of concrete. Sad. They should use being a pro to get streaming at the least. Yes, but the thing is, I also don't like the idea of like, I think it's like a lot of, the common refrain I hear is like, oh, if you're a pro, you should be streaming. Alice, thank you for the 46 months, wow. A lot of people with pro players are like, oh, they should be streaming. But if you ask most people in chat, hey, do you want to stream one day? They're like, I don't really like the idea of streaming. And it's the same with players. I don't think people should be forced to make content, because frankly, content isn't for everyone. It's not just turning on a stream and playing the game. Like, it's like a social interaction. It's like actually knowing that you're in front of people's eyes and getting judged and having people react to you. For a lot of people, they don't like that, and I totally get it. I was here when you were perma-washed? Well, you're still here, and I'm still perma-washed. Do you think Tricky go pro? I hear a lot of people compliment him, but I don't know how much he extends that skill outside of twos. He's very good at twos and ones, but I don't know if he actually grinds threes, or even if he has a team, or what he even wants to do that. I mean, he goes to like John Hopkins, I think, for college right now, so he's doing fine. Hey, Mac. That wasn't the greatest touch, I will say, but unfortunately, we did not clean up after me, unfortunately. He claims to be a content creator. I mean, I don't think he claims, I think he is a content creator. He's doing great on stream. I'm really proud of him, but that doesn't translate into getting matches. I do know a lot of high-level players who really do compliment how good Tricky is, though. Are you in Birmingham? No. I went to London because OG paid for it. I am not dropping all my savings on a flight to England and also paying for the hotel or Airbnb or whatever. I didn't say anything political. You said something in my triggers, so I don't know what you said. I'm kind of curious to see what you actually said. You got timed out for something. Oh, you triggered Nightbot's multiple letters ban. You get banned if you type too many letters in one message. You went, my dog's getting mad, and then you got banned for that. Yeah, that's a setting I have on just because it's really annoying when people just like elongate all their words in a message. I'm like, I need you to get out of here. What's Tricky's major? I don't know. You'd have to ask him. How's the beans and toast over there? But Trick was but yeah, he definitely seems in a different league. Would love to see collab streamer duos. You know, are friends. I wouldn't say we're friends. I'm friendly. I'm not friends with a lot of streamers. I just like know of them, and we're both like chill with each other. But I wouldn't say we're like good friends or even friends. No, he's I've seen like players like I remember Cam even had a tweet. I mean, Cam's a rank X player. He's been to RLCS before, and he was saying like, how is Tricky not a pro? Every decision he makes in twos is like flawless. He's so good at this game. And I was like, damn, Cam does not compliment a lot of people, so that's pretty impressive to see. I didn't internalize the ticket prices in pounds. That too. Can we 1v1? No, Victor, I'm not 1v1 in viewers tonight. God, I feel, oh man, I really cooled down when I stepped away from my PC. It's in England? Yeah, bro, it's Birmingham. Like England, Birmingham, not Alabama. Yeah, Alice, did you think it was Birmingham, Alabama? They should have clarified that. Yeah, if it was in Alabama, I totally would have gone there, but... Okay, well, that explains a lot. Yeah, a lot of people were like, oh my god, Birmingham, Alabama. And then I was like, wait, no, that's definitely a UK address. An Alabama land. I mean, I'm sure Alabama's plenty of like arenas that they could use. I mean, any state has like probably a bunch of arenas. I'm surprised they never go to Chicago. Honestly, my selfish part of my brain, I lived in Chicago for 4 years. I'd be pretty ticked if I left and then within like a year and a half, they bring back lands in Chicago. I would scream, dude. Especially at the United Center, I lived literally like 3 blocks away from the Bulls Arena. If they booked a land there, I would have yelled. They did a LOL major actually in the arena when I was living there. Oops. If I was in a league, that would have been dope. Ooh, bad catch. Birmingham, Alabama is the crime capital of the world. That seems very excessive. I would not say that. I don't even have the data in front of me. I don't know how accurate that is. If you had a chance to play your any pro player, who would you choose? I play with Com. He's a homie. Take a goal? I'm certainly trying. Kind of low boost play there. Wait, Bubbles, thank you for the $10. It's been a while, hope you're doing well.
Hey Danger Taco, I don't know if you remember me, but do you have any prayer requests? If not, I hope you have a blessed one. I made it out of boot camp to STA now.
Hey.
How are you, your cat, and the lady?
I'm no longer dating the lady, but other than that, everything's going all right in life. I am staying blessed. I appreciate the prayer request, but no, I'm good, as always. This is a Texas land? Yeah. I'm just angry because I moved here also for DreamHack Dallas, and they being Epic. Epic basically changed from ESL, the owners and operators of DreamHack lands, for a lot of their esports side. And the owners basically of the DreamHack company, I'm fairly certain. And they went to Blast. And because of that, DreamHack has basically written off any formal Rocket League tournaments like ever again. And I'm a little sad about that, not gonna lie. Because I moved here in the very literally the first day I was living in Dallas, I got hired for a LAN at DreamHack for the $10,000 women's international LAN. The first ever in Rocket League history. And I got to work that in person, and it was awesome. And then ever since, DreamHack has basically been like, yeah, we're never running that again. And it's like, all right, cool. So I'm hoping they change their mind in the future. Or there's like a really cool sponsor that they just can't say no to. They still have like bring your own console or bring your own controller thing, or bring your own computer, I think, BYOC. But yeah. Tournaments are always so cool. Yeah. I mean, every other sport gets them, just Rocket League doesn't because we're beefing. Oh, I wanted to bump him. Alrighty, we get over there. Sorry to hear about that. Ah, it's okay, Willis. That's what life is. Congrats on getting out of boot camp, though. Ooh, okay. That was a little far. I was hoping for maybe a redirect off the corner. Focus and show your power. That's not how it works. That's wide. Ah, just got a little over top that. Bonk. Wanted to ceiling double that, but I was traveling too far to the outside. I need that hit the ceiling. Rowan was going off that bounce. Oh boy. No shot! There's no shot. He just got away with that. That's insane. That's insane. Also, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that Roan didn't rotate back, but that's okay. That's okay. I did turn up as well. That's kind of a wild throw. Also, we're over 2 with Roan, so I'm just going to blame it on that. I would love someone to queue with. Maybe JK. Bar down with hitting the ground. I know, that's what I'm saying. Okay. We've officially hit my favorite thing where we have our first super chat, and it is 1 cent below our goal. I hate daylight savings. Oh, yeah. Love me moving around the clocks. Honestly, the only thing I hate is that I don't have like a smart oven or whatever, you know? So it's just like my oven and microwave are now like just wrong until I adjust them, and I don't feel like doing it. A task that takes literally a second, and I'm just like, this will take so much time out of my day. Bruh. Also, the only downside of my day today was I made dinner with some chicken, and the chicken's only like 2 days old, and I tasted it, and it tasted like it already went bad. And I'm really confused what went on with it. Like, it didn't actually go bad, but like I tasted it, it just tasted like really off. It was already really dry, and I was super confused what happened. So, yeah, I don't know what happened there. So I made his whole dinner, and then I ate my chicken, and I was like, I didn't even finish it. It's like sitting on the counter because I'm gonna throw it out. So I was very upset. See, I didn't get my protein fill today. I'm gonna fill up with something else. You have to grab a protein shake or something. That's a goal. Ugh. Want to see the chicken? It's just normal chicken. There's nothing spectacular about it. That is highly unfortunate. Uber Eats tonight? I don't know about that. I'm trying to save money on that. I have enough money at home. I don't need to order anything for Uber Eats. Oh. Needs to be higher. You go to the gym? Not as often as I used to, but I've been making an effort to try to go a little bit more regularly. Ah, JK, I'm sorry. He moved slightly more forward than I thought. What's your team name? The blue team? Hi, Yannick. What? Can't bonk him. Sure. Wrapping up a plate. I'm on my way, Rish. Hey. No, JK flipped to the corner. That's sad. Toast. Die. Bro's making the last second save for like the 5th time. Ugh. Oh, that was actually meant to be a lot heftier of a touch. Alright, that's literally nobody. No! Thank you, JK. I was about to say, like, is that a post? I can't tell. How'd that bounce? That was kind of weird. I felt like it was coming at an angle. Shouldn't it come like... That's not how physics work. Ball's bouncing like this off a flat wall and it came back at the same angle. Wouldn't it be like this? I don't know how that works. Ground or air player? Air, 100%. Air is where like all of 3s and 2s takes place. Like, yeah, obviously like in 2s you can get by with like good air dribbles, but for the most part, like you want to be able to air dribble well and effectively. Esports always be a niche thing. Esports is overwhelmingly a casual, or it is overwhelmingly dominated by casual gaming. Like every single game you see, the esports, I would say like the number of people who actually play or watch the esport is probably like a very small minority of all people who watch the game. Like even Fortnite, as popular it is, I think the internal statistics are like upward, like the mid to high 90s of all players don't actually like play for the competitive modes. They play only casual. Oh, I should have realized halfway through that was what was about to happen. God, I hate everything about this team so much. You got hit that earlier. There's no way you have enough boost to carry that. That's crazy. Sad. Would you rather have a champ player with good comms or a SSL player with bad comms? SSL player, 100%. Champ would not be able to hold up in any lobby. That's high enough. Whereas an SSL would just be annoying but to play with for a bit, but you'd be able to adjust. Esports kind of ruined casual gaming. I don't know about that. I think my hot take is it's less competitive gaming, like esports, and more content creation dictates trends. Like, for example, I think a huge thing that maybe not ruined COD, but definitely like becomes problematic is like, if you watch COD, everyone's sick of like the movement spamming. Have you ever seen like a competitive like COD streamer like play the game at a high level? The camera's just, it's just this. And I'm like, can you imagine having to play like that? Like, I'm not grinding a game so good that I can look at this game with permanent shake mode on max sensitivity, you know? Like, I'm not dealing with that. Absolutely not. But that's just how COD became. Like, that's like what high level play is. Back in the day, it used to just be like, oh, can you drop shot? Or not drop shot, can you like, honestly, I forget what it's called. But do you remember like, you know, like holding down crouch on like a scuff controller? Like, if you can do that, you're like already like a good player. And that'll give you like an advantage in some gunfights or whatever. And then maybe occasionally can you like jump and shoot, usually using a scuff controller like a claw, you know? I'm doing all right, Shaq. We're on like a 3-game losing streak, so trying to break out of that. Yes, I remember you, Pla. You had a bit. Hopefully you grew as a human since then. Ooh. New COD. Everybody's saying that. I think, did Treyarch just like nail it this time? I kind of find it funny that they have a Black Ops 6 instead of literally any other franchise. I will say the marketing of a term called Black Ops is pretty cool, but it's funny to me that like all other franchises are like 1, 2, 3 or something, and they're just like Black Ops 6. And then we're gonna get Black Ops 7 in 2 years. Black Ops 14. Black Ops 7, Part 2, Black Ops 8. Would you win against a pro even if you're up 7 goals? Yes, because I've already beaten pros. You can beat pros in game. It's not impossible. Pros are just like naturally very good at everything. But it doesn't mean they're unbeatable if you run into them in a lobby. Pros get upset in like day 2 or day 3 of like RLCS Gold all the time. It's not super frequent, but it does happen. A high skill pro like Zen, I think if you put me in a 3v3 lobby and give me a 7-goal head start, yes, I'd be able to defend well enough to be able to still win that game. I am confident in that. Depends on the game mode. If it's like a 3v3 and I have competent teammates, sure. If it's like a 2v2, that's where it'll be like, okay, that's gonna be like ridiculous defending required. I still maintain if I had a 7-goal lead, I would definitely be able to win those games. Like that's an absurd number of goals they'd have to score, and very quickly as well. In ones? Yeah, I don't know about ones. That would require a lot of concentration. I bet I could, if you gave me enough chances, I definitely think I could win a game. Because I don't play ones that well. Like I can play it decently well. I just don't know if 7 would be enough of a buffer for people who like play it professionally or like flawless off the air dribble or whatever, you know? I always felt like it was a problem as well, not being able to follow along with it unless you play yourself to appreciate the nuances. Well, Rocket League, that's its biggest strength as an esport, is that you don't need to know the nuances. You just need to know, oh, how are they flying? Oh, you collect boost and you use that to boost your car so it moves faster? Okay, that's cool. So what's the objective of this game? Oh, to score by putting the ball in the net? Cool, and that's it. Like, it's really, there's not much else to describe. You understand what demos are. Really, once you get into like flip resets, it's a little technical, but honestly, I don't think many people question what they're doing. I think they're just like, oh, cool, they have a flip in the air and they can use it. And that's arbitrarily all they want to think. Do you ever collaborate with streamers? Not as much as I probably should. Like a smart serve. Yuvraj, read the pinned message. Nice. Licensing for serving alcohol. Whoa. Bar owner and operator Shack. We're doing announcements? Why do you call it announcing? Yes, I'm a commentator. It is my full-time job. I can't not be doing that. Still waiting on a $3,000 check that I was told would be here last week. It's kind of fun. Kind of a fun way to live. Oof. But yeah, that is how I make my money. Also, it got really warm. Hold on, I gotta turn the fan on. Oof. When's your next event? I believe it's nothing until CRL National Championships, which is next weekend. Collegiate Rocket League Natties. Ooh, chat, I am really bad. I apologize. I was all warmed up today, and then I got off to take a phone call and take a nap, and I ruined all of my momentum. I can barely touch the ball right now. What rank are they? They are all SSL Pro. They're the best collegiate players in the entire nation. Oh, it's our hill. On sale and off sale license, it looks like. Alice, edumacating herself. Okay. Yeah, I figured the off sale is like it's like the difference between like selling alcohol and like serving, you know? I was assumed those were two different things. Because one's like a health establishment that needs to pass like health codes versus like if you're just selling bottled alcohol, probably doesn't have to abide by the same thing. My coach, not really my coach, but he says I'm around champ level if I had better comms. I mean, if you play together with people, I don't know if comms would rank you up that much. Comms are like something that you have to just play with other people to get better at and just learn how to communicate more concisively and also more constructively. That's why if you listen to pro comms, they tend to be very short. It's just like information to build out a mental map. Like, oh, getting back left, getting mid, challenging high, like, etc. Or I don't have that, he's awkward, etc. Like just stuff like that. That's what I said. Well, I mean, if he's saying, oh, you'd be a higher ranked if you had better comms, I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, maybe. Like, if you're just dead silent or you're just ranting and saying dumb stuff, then it would probably hold your team back. But I don't know if comms are the highest priority. Comms are one of like the last things I try to pick apart with the team. Like, it's good to fix them up, but for the most part, it's more important to see how they're playing and how they're working together. And then from there, you learn how to best communicate. For me, I try to build a system of comms whenever I've coached a team. I listen to how they're talking to each other, and then I look at their gameplay and I realize, okay, like how are they breaking down? Like where are the issues? Where are the stop gaps? And like they need to fix this, this, and this. And sometimes the way they comm is part of it, but I wouldn't say like the reason you're behind is because you can't comm well. Oof. You'd be higher ranked if you had a British accent. Probably, honestly, yeah. Is Genji a good example because the comms always sound chaotic? Well, keep in mind how fast they're talking. I mean, listen to any high-level esport. Their comms are really, like, COD comms are insane. It's 5 or it's 4 people all going like, just that, like, over and over. I can barely understand it, but for them, again, that's why you have a coach to, like, really nail in, like, you can hear all that stuff and still pick apart, like, individual calls and statements, who's saying what, etc. Because just as important as what's being said is who's saying it, so you know who's covering what, you know? Oof. You missed! So whenever I hear Radioactive, the song on the Twitch, the Imagine Dragons song, I remember there was a, there's a CW show back in the day called The 100. I'm not sure if anyone remembers that show. Pretty good show. Very teen drama-y, but the overall story is a really cool idea for a story. And I remember the first episode, they're sending a bunch of like juvenile/criminal kids down to the planet Earth's surface after like several hundred years. And the rumor is that they can't tell, but it might be like a radioactive surface. And so they go down there, basically use as sacrifices. Like, hey, if it's not radioactive and you don't all immediately die, then hey, you can report back and you can help us build a colony on Earth or whatever. And they go down there and they send this girl out, and then she goes out and realizes that this is not radioactive, and she starts celebrating, and then this song starts playing as like the montage scene of all the kids celebrating that they're not gonna die down here plays. But I'm like, but wait, she's finding out it's not radioactive, and the song is called Radioactive. That doesn't work. The topic is about radioactivity, and you're choosing this song just because the title? Like that doesn't even track at all. Also, the song doesn't have anything to do with actual radioactivity. It's used as like a, you know, it's like a metaphor. Ayo? Oh, cow missed for a second. That clear dry. His radioactive deer was good. Yes. No, Hunter was good, and I really do like it. It's just very teen drama-y. Like, there's a lot of episodes that are just like needlessly like teen drama, or a classic thing of like the show just like doesn't know how to fix anything without like characters falling in love and forming weird love triangles that ultimately make really no sense, but they just want people to react. And when they ran out of love interest, they just made the main character bisexual, even though there was no indication that she was bisexual at any point before that. And it was just like, wait, what? It's funny. Oh no, it does get really wild. I remember watching for a while, and then after a while, I was just like, this is just too much to handle right now. Personally, I'm excited for Fallout Season 2. That was a good show. Really proud of Amazon for actually doing that pretty well in a way that was like pretty cool. Getting good actors, storylines pretty interesting. Also, the ghoul character actually dope as hell. Love complex characters like that. I haven't seen Fallouts. Yeah, I was going to London, and so I had like a massive flight across the sea, and I was like, well, I'm not paying for Wi-Fi, and I'm not gaming on the plane, so let's just like download this remotely because I can watch it on my phone or whatever. Amazon agree with Expanse. I forget that show, but I've heard good things. People always say it's like a very good like sci-fi show. Oh, I like the part where I shot it right down the middle. Cringe, my bad. The source material. I mean, yeah, they don't change anything, which is really nice. Like all the factions are still there. The world operates the same way. There's like a good amount of like Easter eggy type stuff and fan service, but for the most part, it's just solid story. And they're also not holding back. I thought it'd be like PG-13. That show gets pretty gruesome at times. Like very mature topics. Rings of Power, Season 2. I'm off the train. I think the Hobbit movies took me all out of any interest of watching Lord of the Rings stuff. God of War would make a great show. Yeah, I think God of War would be good if they ramped down on the violence. Personally, my biggest issue with God of War is I've never enjoyed media that's just gore because people like gore, you know? And that to me is what God of War, at least the old games are. The more modern ones, it's still violent, but it's more about him like breaking someone's neck rather than slamming someone's head into a stone so much that it turns into a bloody stump with teeth and bones shattering and him taking out someone's jaw and then gouging his eyes out with the jaw. You know, it's just like, bro, this is disgusting. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, I want to see, yeah, gods get fucked up and there's blood and everything, that's fine. But like, I don't need to see the most gruesome thing ever because people are like, yeah, blood, yeah, kill everyone, yeah. It's just like, that's like such a weird over-the-top thing. So I'm like, if they toned it down a little bit, I'd be super down for a God of War series. Last of Us is very good. Well, Last of Us is just like a good story. Anything that's like a good story would be a good thing. I will say I was a little disappointed by they made the Uncharted movie with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. That was like a little like meh, but that's okay. I forget if that's like a prequel though. If it's like Tom Holland's supposed to be like Nathan Drake. 'Cause Nathan Drake looks like way older than what Tom Holland is. Season 2 dropping soon? Oh, Arcane? Arcane is Season 2 is on November 9th. I'm gonna binge the crap out of that. I'm visiting my friend this weekend. We're gonna be watching that for sure. The last season, yeah. I mean, it's probably so expensive to maintain, but incredible animation. Really loves season 2. What's your favorite video game turned show movie? It's kind of hard to say. I guess Last of Us TV show is probably the best straight adaptation, I would say. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to choose from. Most video game movies are atrocious, except if it's like a story-based game. I don't understand the point of like turning Mortal Kombat into a movie, you know? Like, what? I want to get a controller with buttons on the back. Get a PS5 Pro. Those are like, I think, the cheapest for what you get based on what it is being provided. The Xbox Elite controllers tend to be pretty cheap compared to a SCUF, I think. How does that go in? GG's. Want to see more infected? Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, like, Kyle, like, for this $1.01. The biggest issue I think a lot of zombie-based shows deal with is that they lean too heavily into zombies, which sounds kind of like I'm making no sense. But what makes the, like, Walking Dead, for example, interesting is that it's not the zombies. The zombies are, like, almost a MacGuffin in a way. Like, yeah, they're always a danger, but, like, ultimately what actually is dangerous and the whole point of these stories is, wow, it's almost like humans are the real threats, hint, hint. That's like the whole thesis of all that. Like, yeah, zombies are gonna be dangerous, but they're not any dangerous than like Negan or whatever from like Walking Dead, you know? Like, it's other humans like turning on each other, not working together and whatnot. It's like evil people trying to like kill each other so they can monopolize the limited resources and whatever. Like, I always found that to be interesting. I want more dark characters. I want more weird interactions. I don't want to see more zombies. I don't give a shit about zombies in The Walking Dead. But then in later seasons, they're like, what if we just only focused on zombies and really just threw them in there all the time? And let's just like completely disregard character arcs. And let's just, blah, blah, blah. And just like, I don't need this. I don't need this anymore. It's, I would argue, similar to what the Game of Thrones series happened, where in the beginning, if you watch Game of Thrones, it's actually more about political intrigue and like, you know, subverting expectations and in like a way that is like foregoing tropes about fantasy storytelling. But then in the end, it's like a bunch of fights. It's just fighting in duels and just that over and over and over again. Like, you stop getting like interesting storylines, and it's more like, oh, it's the White Walkers, it's the giant battle, it's this war, it's this random war, it's two characters dueling, it's this character's dueling as well, this character, and it's just like, homie, what are we doing? Why are we filling time? Like, we should have interesting interactions between people via dialogue. I don't need to see them fight for the 50th time this season. My least interesting part of any show is when it's just action. Like, yeah, it can be fun cinematography-wise. But the cool thing is like, if you have only a few fights in an entire season, then they hit harder. But if it's just constant random action set pieces, it's like, eh. You watch Anime? I do not watch Anime. All right, Salah. You had no idea what was going to happen to your favorite character? Well, that's the whole point, is like, it's supposed to be that way, but then I think Arya gets stabbed in the stomach multiple times throughout that series and never dies. Like, at a certain point, if a character's invincible, how do you have any like drama about them dying? Like, if a character is like escaping death multiple times, there's no tension. That's why I think in stories, you shouldn't necessarily kill off characters willy-nilly, but you should show that there is actually like stakes in the world. You need episodes in dramas like that, especially in like post-apocalyptic or like fantasy settings, to show that if characters don't make good stuff, good decisions, just, we're not gonna deal with that. Harrison, I'm not answering any questions about anything political. Read the pinned message. Star Wars' biggest weakness? I mean, there's a lot more than that, but I think a lot of stories struggle with that. Right, the story and dialogue, in my opinion, I would say like the screenwriting of a movie is the most important aspect of it because everything goes from there. I've seen movies with pretty good ideas that are executed poorly, like they don't look good, the pace that well, etc. But like most of the time when I am just meh about a movie, it's because like I see potential and then they just throw it away because they want to focus on something else. They killed so many people though. Well, yeah, but that's the thing is like if the deaths I feel like in a show have to have like, see, the thing that I liked about Game of Thrones in the beginning is that the whole point of season 1 is to show you this is not your grandfather's fantasy series, you know? Because if you think about it, the whole point of Sean Bean's character is that he is in the story to be the typical protagonist. I am honorable almost to the point of like not even comprehending how like loyal and believable he is. So like he makes the best decision every time. He is noble as fuck. He's trusted by all his people and he does the honorable thing and he gets killed for it. In any other fantasy series, he would be surviving because he's just that good. But they want to show you they're going to subvert that trope in which the noble, honorable characters always survive because they're just rewarded for their attitude. And Game of Thrones is like, no, this is not a show about being a good person. This is a show about surviving by any means necessary and being clever and being all this other shit. So like, it's a great way to start the series because you're like, oh, at this point, I have no idea what's about to happen. That's what you need to do in a show like Game of Thrones. If you're just killing people willy-nilly, that's not interesting. Also, the motivations for that death have to make sense. Spoilers for Game of Thrones, by the way. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to click off this video or mute for a second. Dany killing everyone in the fucking city in the end doesn't make sense because he didn't foreshadow a fall to the darkness. It was just like, she's like a noble person, like, I'm the breaker of chains, I'm gonna free everybody, I'm not gonna be a tyrant. And then within like 4 episodes, she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody. Like, you're like, what? Like, if that was like a season ramping up to her slowly becoming like more and more like Mad King-ish, then yeah, I can see that. It's like, that makes sense. But like, you can't just like throw that in there and be like, nah, she went insane. What? It's like, no. Because everyone's like, well, those deaths make sense. I'm like, yeah, but the thing is the motivation, like, I understand, you don't need to explain, oh, dragon burning people is death or whatever. Like, that needs to be explained. It's more so like why that order came in. You need to have actions that connect to each other. Or at the very least, even if the character's acting irrationally, you need to give me a reason of like, why did they turn insane? Was it just because, oh, it's like schizophrenia, oh, they hit the age where the Mad King gene kicks in or whatever, you know? Either way. Chilling the cursing? Nah, I'm good. Slot, this is like the first ever stream you've ever come into where I've sworn more than like twice in the entire stream. You can give me a little break on that one. Oh, what's that? Also, if you guys are 10 years old, I'm banning you from YouTube. You're not allowed to be on here unless you're 13. Luckily, you guys are all 13 and older, right? Close. Get that? Chez, you want to hit that? Oof. Little over me. The stream is like PG 90% of the time anyway, so don't worry. If I swear, I promise it won't corrupt you guys. What a save! He recovered on that. That's actually wild. The HBO writers ruined the ending so bad. Yeah, but that's the thing is like D&D, apparently they got potentially greenlit to work on Star Wars. And so I think it came out that they were just trying to rush through the end just so that they could like get to that end. They just wanted to finish out the series. And I'm like, wow, what a horrific way for that to happen. I would say they're very good at adapting things. They were not good at original stuff. There was some stuff that they were pretty good with, but for the most part, it was like, yeah, and if anyone says, oh, well, like, endings are important, but you can still enjoy the show. Bro, I barely even watch How I Met Your Mother anymore because that show is just irritating to rewatch knowing that I don't get a satisfying ending. And honestly, Game of Thrones went from the most treasured, honestly, one of the most well-reviewed shows and influential shows of all time to now suddenly it has like 0 cultural impact. It's crazy to think about. Hey, Carlo. Carlo, you're gonna get timed out if you mention anything about the election, by the way. Read the pinned tweet or pinned comment. Ah, man. I think you were crossbar on that either way. I was a little low, but I think that's still both crossbar down. I had a good angle on it on the first touch. Ooh. Yeah, respectable Goosey. I get that. Who's rank game miles? When I'm actually playing it, like GC3. I think right now we're like 1670 or something like that. Oh boy. Hey. Oh. I would say if Game of Thrones had a satisfying ending, it would probably be up there with like, I think the only show that's universally beloved and I think acknowledged to have like a great start to finish is Breaking Bad. I don't really know any other shows that are that well regarded. Because even Sopranos pissed off a lot of people with their ending. Up until then, I would say that was like the gold standard. Maybe The Wire. Wire was pretty short though. Oh, he got a way heavier touch than I thought he would. I mean, I kind of like the idea of it. Like, it's a kind of like a bold way to end it. But I think it's like for fans that like, I think because it's kind of like, I relate Sopranos ending to the ending of Inception. It's kind of like, you know what happened. And it's kind of like a cool, like, different way to end it. But, you know, who knows? That was a blue touch. You've tested all the shots? What? Subbed last year. Welcome back, Nubris. Oh. Scaring me, Ches. Ah, Ches, I don't like that. Ooh. For some reason, CM Punk, very common thing for who I look like. That and Jake Gyllenhaal. Bang. Bang! Let's go, JK. Oh! It started super strong and then faltered really hard. Spartacus Blood and Sand. Am I thinking, was that on Stars? Or is that a recent show? There was another show called Spartacus, I think, that was like a really crappy Stars show. Maybe we're thinking of the same thing. I feel like that show is just like excuses to show a bunch of guys' dicks and women's boobs. I feel like that show is very like whatever. But then again, I watched it as just a late night show to like laugh at with my college roommates. I don't remember much of the story. I'm a plat down in freestyle and test all the shots and they're possible very hard. Yes, Tony, I already read your message. Alrighty. You playing on console? No, this is PC. Hey, Mr. Kid. Oh, no, but I don't know why you got timed out for that, my bad. Could you try it? Try what? Tony, I'm not going to do it only because historically all people who have ever come into my stream do not donate when they ask me to do something for a donation. It is a very low success rate. Not really in the mood to waste my time doing something just for you to be like, thanks. Sorry, I don't have $20. Okay, bye. But also, I'm not gonna do a pack when I have to score every single one. If I scored every single time first try, no. If I can do it like multiple times, maybe. But even still, I'm not really interested in challenges. A lot of that stuff is just a waste of my time. Heavy touch, sad. Oh. Now, I mean, I understand he's trying to challenge me just 99% of the time again. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of this. You donate $20 just for me to try your pack and that's it? Oh, I just realized it's Frantic Cartoon. Bye, Salah. Top burn antenna? I do not use one. Bye, Kolos. Oof. How long do you think you'll be on? I'll be on for a while. I'm Q dodge that. I'm not playing against Frantic in a full party when I have that random in my as my third. Just gonna chill. You watch any ATR Salt Mine? I've watched almost none of those tournaments. I've been kind of like tapped out of the esports scene in the off season. I'm not really interested in a lot of the ones tournaments right now. Also, a lot of those tournaments take place kind of in the middle of the day where I do some work, so I'm not in the mood to put those on in the background really. Tony, thank you for the 550 bits. Very kind of you. So next week in ATR. Eh. Why is my message? I'm getting a lot of pings. Whoa. Okay. Oh boy. I think they're both good for the game. Nah, they're just another couple tournaments. I don't think it's changing much. I think it just keeps pros employed and gives them some side money. I don't know. A lot of these tournaments are just like kind of whatever. I'm also glad that I'm still getting invoices paid because from what I can tell as a commentator, there is zero sustainability in off-season right now for me. There's not, I've been like almost 0 gigs that have reached out in December, which tends to be the esports winter month, but it's, you know, it's always sad when you see so much money come to the other things and just either like a tournament that's just meant to be like solo casted by some content creator or like just not even any broadcast at all. Don't even get me started on Champions Road stuff, dude. Ugh, makes me so sad that that doesn't have a broadcast. Surely try it. Why do you want me to try your custom training so bad again? I've always wondered what the motivation of this is. You just want to watch a streamer do it? I donated $17. Did you donate $17? I didn't hear an alert for it. Preston, you literally just said you'd get concessions at some point. You also don't have to sit right next to someone, you can just sit near them. How important is air roll during a speed flip? I mean, the air roll is more so for recovering and getting your wheels back centered. Like, it's not, you can't speed flip really without it, because you'd have to rebalance your car. Alright, well, I'd have to verify that you actually donated, because I don't want to be like, oh, I thought I sent it, and then you didn't end up. Next loss, I will go do your pack. Oh boy. I don't want to just go out, walk around. You want to get some concessions? Preston, I'm be dead ass, bro. At a certain point, you're just inventing excuses not to talk. What are you talking about? You're telling me you've never been at a game and one of your friends has been like, hey, you guys hungry? Do you want to get snacks? You can just walk up to her and be like, hey, do you want to come with me to get some food? That's it. That's it. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be like, can you, I was wondering if you would like to be with me. I mean, you could, it doesn't have to just be with me, but like, just literally walk up and be like, hey, you hungry? I was gonna go grab something from the concession stand. And then she could come with you, and then you could talk. It's a very easy discussion. Also, you say, I don't want to just do that, but we literally decided yesterday that is the best move. Riz is crazy. Literally, it's like, y'all young dudes, you're overthinking it. Just make conversation. Doesn't have to be some grand gesture all the time. Okay. Also, don't call it concessions. It sounds such like a corporate term. You're getting snacks or food, that's it. Concessions. It's like, do you want to go to the restroom? Nah, you go to the bathroom, you know? You go to the shitter. The poop hut. That's what I call the bathroom. When getting the speed increase? Well, there's a difference between a diagonal flip and a speed flip. That's one thing that you've got to notice about the speed. Whoa! I did not realize you left the entire of the middle, even though it's 100 boost. What happened here? You had 100 boost? Why'd you flip? Oh, he got bumped. And even worse, he back flipped out of it. That's unfortunate. Hey, Fireball. Sure. Bro, you see, the thing is, you're not going up to there. It's like, you're not going up there and being like, hey, it's really important to me that you say yes to this. Can I ask you something? And she's like, of course. Do you want to get concessions? And she's like, no. You literally just phrase it like literally any question. Like you're in the classroom, you're like, hey, I'm gonna sharpen my pencil. Do you need a pencil sharpened? Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, cool. And then you leave. It's the exact same thing. Hey, I'm gonna get a snack from concessions. You wanna come? No? Okay. And then you just move on. Don't take it as like a brutal, like, no. It's literally just a simple, like, question. Like, you don't have to treat it like rejection. And even if friends come, it's fine. You'll just find another time. What you need to focus on is just asking the question and getting more comfortable, like, inviting her into situations in which you can just be one-on-one. You don't have to force it. You don't have to be anything. You just make it natural. Be fluid, you know? Be like water, my friend. Like, Preston, I'm just trying to get you to get over the hump here, you know? Like, the more you think about it, the more you're, like, gonna be like, no, it has to be perfect. And the thing at the end of the day, you're gonna just look back and be like, man, I can tell you someone who's, like, literally twice your age. Like, these are much better dealt with if you just do it. You just get it over with. Like, yeah, plan it out a little bit, but you don't want to just constantly be like, no, it has to be perfect. I must wait for my time. Da, 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 da. It's like, keep in mind, the thing you're trying to ask her does not need 30 minutes alone. It means, like, maybe 5. Also, 90% of things that are embarrassing when you're in middle school are actually all in your head. It's not actually an embarrassing thing. It's just your own mind has invented the idea that it is embarrassing. That is one thing looking back that I'm like, honestly, the only reason it was embarrassing to me is because I thought it was embarrassing. Like, no one else was actually laughing at me or being a weirdo. It was literally just me. That was almost an insane goal to end it. I'm keeping my Preston's like in 8th grade. So this is like his first foray, I would have to assume, into this area. So I'm not gonna blame him for being a little gun shy, but again, I gotta tell you, like, the more you think about it and the more you're like overthinking about it, it's gonna just get worse and harder to do. Oh, so Fright, you were actually going back before me. So let's watch what happened here. You went to the corner first. Okay. Okay, there you go. Unfortunate. You look like you eat the banana with the peel? Well, yeah, that's where all the fiber is. So actually, think of it 100 bits.
Fruits are really just unbeatable. There's really nothing better than eating a mandarin, except maybe eating a mandar out.
Oh. I was really blanking really hard on what you were possibly saying there on the bot, and then I had to read it back. Tony, you did not donate to me. So, just putting that out there. I remember when you had it, the Twitter logo, you said, I'll change it when people forget what it means. I remember when you had the Twitter logo, you said, I mean, I don't know if we're at that point. Like, literally, I think when people look at that, they know exactly what website I'm talking about. Well, on Twitch, that, like, this is X just because I'm like, I guess I'll deal with that. Because you guys who are younger, you're going to sadly grow up in a world where it's x.com more so than it's Twit. You sent 550. Yeah, you said you sent 17, and you didn't. Is that not a dono? Well, yeah, but it doesn't match with what you said. I think we all miss the actual Twitter. Deep down. Hey, Steven Algeria. Or Allegria. I use odd. Oh, well, I don't know. That's a conversion you're gonna have to deal with. Yeah, Tony, I mean, I appreciate the donation, but I just, like, I'm not really one to do packs. I would say just save your cash. Like, I appreciate the donation, you know, I'll get back to you on the pack or whatever, but. Material, I like the concept of Bluebird and it being called tweets. I mean, it's just so much iconography in regard to that brand. Having it just be regular posts is the stupidest thing now. Like, I just don't understand the point of ruining such like a landmark amount of like internal knowledge about what this website was about. Literally changing our language in that regard. Ugh. Do you know when you're gonna stream again so I can try to make it in the stream? I'll try to stream tomorrow, and then I'm probably gonna take Friday through Sunday off because I'll be traveling a little bit. Ah, I didn't get the double. How you doing? As well as anyone could be. Except I'm a little angry at myself. I was playing really well earlier, and then I cooled down. So now we're trying to warm up again. Hopefully you're doing well, Turtle. Reading the PID message before you answer. As well as anyone? Yeah, literally anyone. So, I'm permabanned? Question mark? Oh, I am. Well. Oh, that was not the bounce I thought. You say that, Super Delicious, and yet they have people who followed me for literally months will come in and their first frickin' message is like, wow, can you believe it? And I'm just like, homie, like, you're getting a more strict punishment than anyone else because at a certain point, if you've heard me list this rule in like 50 different streams and you're still breaking it, you're just actually like an ignorant person. Like, shut up. I literally timed out Waffle for 24 hours because he made a snide little, not snide, okay. I don't want to say it was negatively charged. It was just, he was trying to imply something. And I'm like, listen, if I tell you no, absolutely no political talk in the chat, and then you make like a cutesy little like, oh, well, what if I da-da-da-da-da, that still counts. If you're making an implied statement about that stuff, it is the exact same as saying one. So I timed him out for 24 hours because I'm like, you know better than to do that. Am I timing out? No one. I have policed it well. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for you to chow that, buddy. He had it right here, and he just turned away. I was like, Okay. You know, Tiago, if you have a hammer, timeout, Super Delicious for 10 seconds. Get him out of here. I had the worst day? I'm sorry, Fireball. My day has been decent. I found out they made mint chocolate chip ice cream Klondike bars, so I had one of those. Oh. No, that guy didn't even want to chow that. It's crazy. That actually would have been gone hard if I went off the ceiling for that. No, I wanted to scoop underneath that and I waited too long. I saw the guy jump before me. I'm like, oh, he just bit into it. I'm so bad today, chat. Oof. I'm getting a real completely unwinnable with this teammate vibe from this teammate. What is this? Why is bro pre-jumping a ball that's not reaching backward? Why is he hitting it directly down instead of to the corner or high away from the middle? Many questions to ask. I'm bad offensively, he's bad defensively. Wow, good chase. Bye, fireball. Already. All right, try number 2. Insane, dude. I even tried to stay behind it for the ultimate 50 there. You're forgiven, JP. Gotta feed yourself somehow. Ooh. Plus, if you're oh. What a weird touch. No. Steven, you came in and said hello. I said hello, and then you said, remember me? I said yes, and then you left and said hello again. You don't have to say hello every time you decide to chat again. Oof. A chance? All right, teammate, if you're smart, you're going to take a 50 and not try to take a normal kickoff. And he's not smart, on 4. So that's a rough thing. On that situation, you specifically do not jump into the kickoff because you want the ball to go up. It's 1 second. You don't want the ball to stay on the ground. You don't jump. And then he just jumps on top of the ball. I hate that he's a higher MMR than me. Anyway. It's okay, chat. One day. One day. I also need to step it up, straight up. Twos is literally not a fun game mode at this rank of 1600s unless I am like literally the fastest player on the field. So I'm just gonna play Brain Dead right now and see how it works. Have you ever been to sell in twos? I've been within like 2 games of it and then I stopped playing because I was not interested in continuing queuing without a party. Oof. Not really sure how he got it in on me there, but. Check the calculated risk. God, why is everyone so bad at this game? He had no flip. He's falling to the left of the ball. Right here. He just lost his flip. Just jump for the ball. Why are you waiting underneath it? It's so irritating. These are the top 0.1% of players. And I'm watching them make mistakes champs make. Oh, you actually stopped on that? That's crazy. I too would like a fry if you could. Ooh, nice little redirect there. Oh. Halfway through that, I was like, I don't think he's gonna hit me, and that ball's not getting chased anyway. Close one. Ah. Nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, teammate. Nice. Fake low. Oh, that works too. I mean, we're slowing down. He's doing what he should be doing. Nice little pre-jump there. That's when you turn. That's when you turn. That's when you turn. Wow, I caught that and went for the bump, and he still not only didn't get bumped at all, but he got the ball. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I was a little too far away for that, but I was like, if he whiffs hard enough, that might be something I read. I see a Techo. We're gonna fake that. Oh, still gets a pre-jump. That's so sad. No double, sad. You're on the ball, buddy. Oh my god, I was about to say, I'm like, you have so little boost, you have to tap it. I didn't realize you'd tap it that late. Man. All right. That is just confirmed again why I never play twos, and we're done with twos again. Three's been too quiet. No, three is what makes me want to take a knife and slit my throat, so I'm avoiding that. But honestly, twos is worse, so we're gonna go back to threes. I keep forgetting the only reason I ever play twos is because threes is either I'm just playing the same team over and over and over again, and I'm getting the same butt mates again. But that twos match just reminded me how it's irritating to lose a game because someone just watches a ball roll in, and then you're like, all right, time to play Rumble. I am never playing Rumble. Loki, if I lose the next 2 3s games, I am ending stream. I don't have any patience tonight. But I got timed out one time for saying I'm gonna commit toaster bath. Well, yeah, but I didn't time you out for that. And also, too, I'm the streamer. I can say whatever I want. Can we win with Shaq? I guess we'll find out. I didn't grab water. I've already done the wiggle on stream yesterday, and you didn't clip it then, so it's your fault. One thing that's weird about this super freaking chat app I'm using is that, like, I'm trying to put it on top of OBS. But my biggest issue with it right now is that for some reason, the window is not capable of being pinned. I have a program called Desk Pins, which is a very good program, where you can pin any window to always stay on top no matter what. But for some reason, it works on every program except the one freaking window I need to pin to stay on top. Did I throw your MMR that much? You didn't. I just generally ranked did in general. I would say tonight is probably like the worst I've played in a while, but like it's still like frustrating. A week ago I was at 1850, 1870, 1890, getting my SL wins, and now I'm trudging along here. Do you remember from yesterday? Yes, Kurt. I'm the one that timed out, and then you made a fake other account. And I can already tell you're not someone who's going to last here for a while, based on what I've been seeing. So I'm just letting you exist for right now. And we'll see where it goes. I'm capable of being pinned. Whoa. I'll just snipe you. All right. Sounds good. See if we even get Qs. Estimated Q time 3 seconds, by the way. Where's my Q? Typically, the more I complain, the game senses me of being upset. One of my favorite sneakers? I'm not a sneaker dude. I don't know. I can't name a single like sneaker. Whoa, what the glitch? There, a Date A6. I actually low-key wore black Skechers for a while because they were cheap and they were 100% blacked out shoes. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I didn't realize they were Skechers until it was too late. I was like, oh no, I wore generic shoes. I got a Q instantly. Yeah, you got the one Q, I guess. Shaq is the one queuing, so I don't know, maybe he's the one permabanned. Duo Q is harsh. Well, that's funny, because every frickin' game I get at least one duo Q in it. So clearly they're fighting games. Hello, Rexy, welcome back. Good afternoon. Afternoon, it's 8 o'clock. I don't know where you're living. I gotta say, the one thing that I really need to buy again is like a good pair of running shoes as just everyday sneakers. Because I've noticed my feet really hurt on any shoes except for these old Nike Lunar Glides or whatever that I have. Those are comfy as hell. I can wear those all day. I can walk in them all day. It doesn't hurt. The problem is with Skechers is that they're like fake good shoes, you know? They look like running shoes, but in reality, the bottoms are just like fake support. They're not actually like cushiony. I noticed whenever I wore those Skechers at LANs, at the end of the day, my dogs are barking, you know what I mean? Like the arches on my feet were just super sore. And then I put in Dr. Scholl's inserts and it still hurt. And I was like, what the heck? And then I wore those old Nike ones to a LAN once that are kind of beat up, but I was walking around the whole day and it didn't hurt nearly as much. So I was like, huh, So it's not that I'm like a sedentary, out of shape piece of crap. It's literally just these shoes. Hi, Casey. Things are okay. We're trying to rank back up again. It's like they were designed to... Well, a lot of shoes like fake being athletic. In reality, they're just like garbage shoes. That's why I like Nike shoes, because they're like actually, they have stakes for not being good, you know, because professional athletes wear them. So like they kind of need to be like good at that. Where Skechers, you'll never see like the official sponsor of Team USA or whatever, like the official jersey manufacturer, like merchandise or whatever. It's always just like some random other thing. More garbage for a 10-year period. Do you guys remember Under Armour wearing stuff? I remember when they first came out with their first pair of cleats, the cheapest amount you could get was like a $300, $400 cleat. And I'm like, yeah, no. You can get like a serviceable pair of Nikes for like $100, $150. It's like, why am I spending $450 when I could be buying back then like a PS3, PS4 for like that cost? Also, those cleats were so ugly. It was just like one flat color, no design. It was like dark. It was like a varsity blue. Or like a bright frickin' yellow or something and nothing else. It's like, really? You're not gonna even do a design? Like, I will say Adidas also tends to be pretty boring, cleat-wise. I had a pair of F10s that were lit. Literally, they were bright as hell. They were highlighter shoes. By far the brightest cleats I've ever owned, but I love those. Hey, Crazy Taco Sauce. Welcome in from YouTube. Made in the US. You're telling me when an infant doesn't make those shoes, it's more expensive? Nice. The thing is, Under Armour was like best like known for like actually like their undergarment stuff, like great stuff to wear like during the winter when you're playing in like a winter match for soccer, for like in my experience, to keep yourself warm. Problem is, like other brands started making them and then they were like 1/5 the price. So I'm like, why am I ever buying Under Armour anything? It's like upcharged for not even better quality. It's like the equivalent product basically. It's like when restaurants basically just make a blatant ripoff of some other restaurant's thing and they like half the price and you're like, wait, why was it so expensive in the first place? Snowed for the first time this winter today? Oh my. I got moccasins? I've never owned moccasins. I don't like boat shoes generally. Okay, that's a lie. Some boat shoes are not bad. I just don't like moccasins generally because I associate them with frat guys. Some of the boat shoes can be like kind of stylish without giving off like I am rushing Kappa Sigma, you know? Frat guys are also the reason why I can never wear colored khaki shorts. Colored khaki shorts and a pastel button down or whatever, but very SEC frat coded. Uniqlo? I've heard good stuff about Uniqlo. That's like a brand that's like almost fast fashion, but for the most part it looks pretty good and doesn't cost arm and a leg. My go-to is Express. I really like Express for all my dress clothes. I'm actually gonna have to buy like a nice coat. I just realized I have like no good looking like dress coat. Alrighty. Big oop. Alright guys, next element is lost. I am done for the night. Because it's not going to get better. Also, I think next loss literally takes me out of 1700, which is literally pathetic. So we're not doing that. I'm not gonna throw all the more down because I need to keep going up. I need to actually regain a little bit. Can I join? Bro, I don't even think there's a point. I'm like ass right now. I need to actually pick it up. I think I'm just off. Like, I feel slow today. Like, I'm getting beat to balls by nobodies, and I don't even recognize half the people I'm losing to, which is a sad moment. Like, it's just not going well. I think I just need to take an L tip for today. Just get whatever wins I can and then go from there. Woke up a little earlier than normal today. I think that's part of it. Just a little tired. Well, it's more just like, I know I'm tired. Also, because my dinner, I didn't get all the chicken eaten. I'm lacking on protein, which means I'm just feeling myself with carbs, which is not the same thing. Gotta have more protein. I ate 2 Domino's pizzas in less than 12 hours. Gross. What would incentivize you to do such a thing? And then around 5.5 miles. Oh, so it cancels it out. Kind of. Cough, cough. Oh, well, we didn't have to queue into shades. We just got shades in anyway. Oh my god, I was jumping because I'm like, it's okay, teammate has that, and then we didn't. I did not think this would be a struggle. I thought Shaq had that 100%. Honestly, I think it jumped a little early, but whatever. Okay. $700 calories burned? So I was like, 2 Domino's pizzas definitely is not 700 calories. It's like a 3 or 4 inch pizza. Bad touch. Okay. Sad. Oh, honey. there's like an old 4chan post about this guy being like, my girlfriend commented that my genital is like larger than normal. I don't think it is. She also says I'm like the most handsome guy ever. But honestly, I think I'm kind of a dweeb, and I don't have good hair, and I don't have a good smile. And also, she says I'm so good at this video game that we both like, but honestly, I'm pretty mid. I'm not even like a top-ranked player. Like, what is she getting up to? And then the replies is like, my girlfriend's being nice to her. Nice to me. What is her end game? Just like, some people just don't get it. It's like both funny and also like kind of sad that he just like has such a low self-esteem that he can't understand that. My girlfriend's being nice to me. What is her end game? RJ, I trusted you were going back to the corner, not throwing it right back in my face. No, I went for the cut. Oh, I literally saw sparks on me hitting that car and he didn't get bumped or demoed. Sad. I was trying to place that and realized, okay, that's actually close enough that it's just going to be off the post. If she's dating me, I wouldn't be caught someone dating with standards that low. That's just the modern dating version of the Groucho Marx quote. All right, good night, guys. I'm losing to C2s, so see you later.